Good evening, world. 7 Coming to what, 7 o'clock? Hope you guys did my show I made earlier. Yeah, I mean, you're really gonna have games like that? Yeah. Unreal Engine 5 technology for my games. That's why the games will have crazy buzz too for my company, right? The game might even beat up my movies, right? The game might be more popular than my movies, but I highly doubt it. I think the movie's number one, but the game might be number one, or perhaps the merchandise. Maybe the merch is. Chances are the merch will do the least in profit. The movie does the most. The game does the second most, or the game beats the movie and the merch. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Right? Yeah. I can't wait for Hunt for Gollum. The Hunt for Gollum, the Lord of the Rings movie, coming out now. It was supposed to come out end of the year this year, but they postponed it to um, the 2027. So 2 years from now, it's coming out. The Hunt for Gollum, Christmas time, 2027, around the holidays. The Hunt for Gollum's coming out. I can't wait to watch that. I'm also excited to watch the Avengers movies this year, right? The Avengers movies are coming out. The Avengers movies coming out this year, end of the year, yeah. Avengers Doomsday. It's coming out. Yeah. This year's going to be a good year for games. A lot of good games Rabbit's playing. Resident Evil Requiem. Rabbit will obviously play First Light. Double Seven. He should be playing. I hope he does, anyways. Marvel's Wolverine and Grand Theft Auto 6, which is arguably going to be the game of the year. Grand Theft Auto 6, right, will be game of the year this year. Right? Coming out November this year. I can't wait for Rabbit to play that. It has to be sick. Yeah. Yeah. Wow, how long will your Zane's book be? I don't know, 800 pages? 800 something pages. Because I went on Google, how long is a 200,000 word novel? It said a 200,000 word novel is approximately 800 pages. My book would be 800 pages. 790, 800, probably 820 pages around there. Zane's will be, because it's a masterpiece, those 800 pages, guys, are going to fly by a mountain line, man. You're going to binge the whole thing in like one sitting. Binge read the whole book in one sitting. You start at 12 and you end at like 11 at night. Oh my god, the book's already done. Yeah, it went by fast because you were hooked and entertained by the book, by the story. That's why the 800 pages are going to fly by. Whereas if the book is boring and not as interesting, it feels like it takes forever to finish the book, obviously. But Zane is a masterpiece. You can binge read the whole thing in one sitting, man. In one day, right? You're just there turning the page for hours all day. Well, a lot of people binge your book. Oh yeah, yeah. The book nerds are. Chances are all the book nerds around the world are gonna binge my book in one sitting. They binge the whole thing in one day because those guys love reading books, and because my story is so amazing and entertaining, they're gonna binge the whole thing in one day. Whereas the non-book readers might binge a volume a day, but some of them might even binge the whole book in one day too. Obviously, because Zanus is a masterpiece, man. You're just hooked for hours, turning the pages. A masterpiece. Yeah, man. As you guys read, right? I showed you guys glimpses of my book. You guys get the picture. Yeah, the book is entertaining. Yeah, it's entertaining. It's a masterpiece. That's why the gates want to control it, obviously. Now, money streaming media is not for you. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. What are you gonna do after you watch your video, Ivan? I might finish the show. I have 2 episodes left of The Chosen. I might finish The Chosen. The last 2 episodes of The Chosen season 4. And I'm on season 5 after that. And once I'm caught up on The Chosen, I'll finish Last of Us season 2 that came out last year. I'll watch that. Yeah. And Stranger Things, Game of Thrones. I'm on season 3 of Game of Thrones. I want to finish Game of Thrones. So I love Game of Thrones. That's an amazing show. Rings of Power season 3 is coming out this year. Yeah. Season 1 was 2022. Season 2, 2024. Every 2 years, season 3 is 2026. Hopefully this season's even better than season 2. We'll see what happens, obviously, right? Season 2 of Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power was actually pretty good. I give it like a 7 out of 10. It was a pretty good season. That was actually pretty good. But season 1 was not that good. Obviously. Now, you called it a garbage show. I call it a garbage show in the sense, compared to Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power is garbage, obviously. It's not even close to being as good as Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings. And for a big brand like Lord of the Rings, I was expecting better from the producers. That's my point, right? Like, I remember when I heard the news, Amazon got the rights for Lord of the Rings, television rights, and they're making this Rings of Power show. I was expecting better, like from the producers when I watched season 1. That's my point. I was a letdown, obviously. It wasn't terrible. Season 1's not terrible. It's pretty good. It's not bad. But like, it wasn't that good, obviously. That's my point. And season 2 is a step up from season 1, but it's not Game of Thrones, and it's not Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings. That's what I mean when I say the show's garbage. I'm not saying it's a terrible show. Well, season 1 wasn't that great. I'm saying compared to Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings, it's garbage. It's not that good, obviously. And for a big brand like Lord of the Rings, I was expecting better than what we got for season 1 and 2. Even though season 2 is pretty good, I was expecting better from the producers. I thought it'd be a better show. That's my point, right? No, 100%, yeah. Yeah. Tomorrow I'm going to clean my room a little bit. It's getting a little bit messy, right? Yeah. Yeah. So Ivan, you can't explain your writing style No, I can give you advice on how to write an amazing how to write an amazing novel, but I mean, at the end of the day, you either have it or you don't, right? Like you can't really teach someone a gift. Like how I write dialogue and the character on a page like a movie, that I can't tell you. I don't know. That's just my heavenly gift that I have. Obviously, my father doing the magic. Because I guarantee you, a lot of people they're gonna study the heck out of my book and then they write scenes and the characters suddenly jump on a page and like because they don't have the gift like me. They don't have the mind that I have, obviously. Like it's part of my my DNA. They don't have that, obviously. So you know what I'm saying? No hams. Yeah. Well, a lot of people will be studying my book when I release it because it's unique and the characters jump on a page like a movie. All these other books, they don't have that. The characters jump out a little bit in these other books, but not the way they jump out in my book, obviously. My book, they jump on the page like a movie. As you guys read, yeah, I mean, it's like a movie. It reads like a movie, I mean. It's fucking entertaining shit, yeah. Obviously. Saying this is like reading a book movie, man. It's fucking cinema on the page. It's a masterpiece, especially when you read volume 3 with the thesis and the ancestors. Almost post for it's like cinema on the page, man. That's how Peter Jackson told me, yeah, man, this is going to be better than Lord of the Rings. I know Peter's better than the Rings. Mel Gibson's like, yeah, this is better than Passion of Christ. I know Mel's better than Passion of Christ. It's a masterpiece in this. Yeah. Will we get the Jesus vibe with Tactius? Yeah, you will. Especially when I play Prince Tactius in the movie, you're gonna get the Jesus vibe. Yeah. You'll kind of get that Aragon vibe in Lord of the Rings, but you'll get the bit of the Jesus vibe, the Chosen, Jonathan Rumi, the Chosen, and Jim Cash, the Pastor of Christ. You're gonna get a bit of that vibe in Volume 3, obviously. He was like, yeah, if you're looking at a map, this is like bringing the Bible to life in a fantasy world. I'm like, yeah, Peter. Even though it's not a Bible story, as you guys read, it's a fantasy story, but you can get some biblical themes and symbolism when you read it, obviously. That's why looking at a masterpiece for the movie. The greatest story ever told, guys, I'm not lying. You'll see what I mean. Remember, I won't spoil story for you, man. I want you to remember, yeah, man, if you turn it into a movie looking at the greatest story ever told, yeah, something better than Star Wars originals and even Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings, man. Looking at a masterpiece, but everything has to be done right. You have to write a good screenplay, which I will. You have to really write an amazing screenplay. Peter's like, alright, don't worry about it, man. If we follow the book, you'll get your masterpiece item. And we'll be adding stuff, more depth to some of the scenes. You'll get a masterpiece item. I know Peter. Mel will tell me that too if I choose Mel. Sarah? Yeah. Some Sarah? Yeah. When do you think you're going to pay the fee? I don't know, 2030, 2031, 2032, around there. Around the time I hit 40 should be around the time I pay the fee. Obviously. Because my book's already done. I am going over volume 1 and 2 a little bit and adding just like a few little things here and there, but my book's already done. All I gotta do is just save my money and get it proofread this year. Next year, I mean. Design my cover for my book is ready to be released on Hulu. And I have the keys that make my blades. I just have to go through the gatekeepers. Obviously, I have to go through the gates. Obviously, yeah. Either I bow to them or I suffer the consequences, and I choose not to bow to them. I'm not gonna have you guys destroy my life and take all my money, man. No way. When you make all that money, man, well, you're crazy. Greedy pigs, man. You know. The 20 billion off the book, whatever it is my money. It's not for you. It's for me. It's me and BJ. It's not for you. All the tens of trillions around the world you make every year, that's your money if you want to be a greedy pig. But these billions off the book is for me and my wife. It's not for you. You're not touching my money. Just like you won't let me touch your money either. And you can't be poor for 40 years while you've been making your tens of trillions ever since I was born. I'm not going to let you take my money, man. No way. You destroy my relationship with my wife. No way, man. You just trash and garbage, man. I'll never do that. That's disgusting. Yeah. Some Sarah. Why? How much money you made off your book? I made $20 billion. You made $20 billion off your book. I'm like, yeah, no, you want to lie with that money? I know. You want to lie with money? Yeah, I know you hate your keys, but it's because of your keys we have our freedom and our financial control, and we made these billions, Ivan. Yeah, we will tell me that. I know, Ivan. You struggle with the keys. You have anxiety, but this is how you open the door and make your money. Because of your keys, you have me all fresh yourself, and you have your freedom, and you made the billions off your book, Ivan. Otherwise, if you didn't have the keys, me and you wouldn't be living this life, Ivan. You never would have saw your billions. Yeah, if you didn't have the keys, Ivan, you're never going to see your billions, man. Kiss your billions goodbye. The gates are not going to let you make your billions, man. Even when you sell to them, they won't let you make your money. As VJ is the proof, obviously. She sold out, she has the keys, and they won't even let her be worth even $100 million. Because they're psychopaths. Yeah, that's why I came with the keys, and they don't do me. There's a reason why your father gave you the keys. You trip, you have anxiety, Ivan, and your father did not take away your keys. Sometimes I even feel like coming out and everything. And my father did not take away my keys because he knows the situation is very serious. Yeah, Ivan, everything's locked on you. Even if you sell to the gates, they'll let you make your millions, but they're not going to let you make your billions, Ivan. They won't even let you be worth $100 million, Ivan. You're my son, you're the heir, you can make your easy billions. This is how you make your easy billions, Ivan. I have to give you the keys. Yeah. Because me and VJ are meant to make our billions. We're not meant to make our millions. No, our billions. Because we're the heirs and we're God, obviously. We're meant to be rich and successful like that. Because we're the heirs to the kingdom. And the keys is a ticket to your success, Ivan. But you have to own a brand. And in Zane's brand I wrote, I own that brand. And those are my rights. That's my money. It's not the gatekeeper's money. It's my money. Samsara. That money is mine. It's not the gatekeeper's. You don't think you're going to make 30, 40, 50, 80, 100 off your book. The only way I will is if the foreign people buy my book. But I mean, why would they buy a book they can't read? Like, it doesn't make any sense. They're just wasting money, right? Yeah, I want to purchase this book, but I don't understand the book. I can't read it. So they're not going to buy it. They would love to buy it, but yeah, we can't buy the book. We're not going to buy the book. We don't understand the book, obviously. People in China, Japan, most people there don't speak English. Africa, most people there don't speak English. South America, the Middle East, most people there don't speak English, man. A few of them, quite a bit of them speak English. The ones who do speak English will purchase the book, but the ones who don't understand English are not going to purchase it. They don't understand the book, man. They can't read it. Obviously. If a French guy wrote a book or a Spanish guy wrote a book, why would I buy that book when I don't understand? I can't understand French. Or French I understand a little bit, but even a French book I can't understand most of it. Maybe bits and pieces here and there, but not all of it, honestly. They're not going to buy. That's why it's most likely around that 15 to 25, maybe about $30 billion. I think 30 billion is probably the peak, the cap on how much money I make off the book, obviously. I might make maybe 30 off the book, right? It's probably around that 15 to 20 something billion range. $20 billion around I make off the book. Unless I be shocked. You won a lot with that money, I know. You made $20 billion off your book. Well, yeah, she's like, holy shit. You live the life of that money, Ivan, I know. Are you going to share that with me, sweetie? I'm like, yes, we should. Well, relax, calm down. I'm going to share the money with you. So I'm saying, chill. Yeah. Ivan, we can start that Sky David Film Studio with this money, I know. And be movie stars. You can fund the movie with your own cash, Ivan. You can sign that mega deal with Amazon you talked about, yeah. The visual tell me, yeah, even the theater thing is just too crazy, and we don't even have enough money to build. Yeah, to build like 8,000 theaters around the world will cost like $26 billion to build like $5 million IMAX theaters. Yeah, money that I don't even have. My two choices is either streaming or 4K Blu-ray with Amazon, and I'm choosing 4K Blu-ray with Amazon. I'd rather have 4K Blu-ray box set over streaming. 4K Blu-ray is Dolby Vision, Dolby Sound. It's a better experience, obviously. You get the beautiful, steelbook box set collection. You have a part of your movie collection, which is fucking nice, obviously. And the deal with Amazon is 90-10, right? Me and VJ get 90% of the profits. Amazon gets 10% of the profits. I'm not giving them any more of the money. That's enough for those guys, right? They're gonna make their billions. A few $1 billion, right? 5 billion, 4 billion, 3 billion, 6 billion, 7 billion off the movie the Amazon makes. And they're probably gonna make another like maybe 5. Amazon will make probably their 10 billion, 8 billion off me and VJ's movie and merch. That's something crazy, like $8 billion. Jeffrey was like, yeah, that's a good deal for my company. That's billions of dollars. Yeah, that's more money than how much Hollywood studios do for all their movies in the box office for 1 year combined. Yes. It's a good deal for Jeff Bezos' company, but if he gets greedy, if Amazon gets greedy, I'm not paying them more. I'm not giving them more than money, man. You guys get 10% of the profits, and you get 9%. That's the deal. Obviously, as you're only making this money because of our keys. Yeah, as Amazon doesn't have to spend a dime in marketing, me and VG have the keys. The marketing is all taken care of. We just upload it on our website, and link it to Amazon. The world will know we have the keys. Amazon doesn't have to spend a dime in marketing. Me and VG don't have to spend a dime in marketing. We have the keys to the kingdom. The marketing is already taken care of for us because we have the keys. Right? You guys are connected to me and VJ's mind, obviously, our brains, obviously. We have the keys to the kingdom. No, man, you and VJ are fucking lucky, man. Because you're the children of God, God gave you guys all the genetic perks. You can stay young forever. You can live forever, and you guys get the glowing beauty. You guys are all fresh, because we're all garbage and trash. And He gave you guys the keys. That way, you guys can make your easy billions. Yeah, because we're the heirs. That's why we have all those perks, obviously. Yeah, God gave me all the genetic perks. Stay young forever, living forever, and gain the updated glowing beauty with VJ. And He also gave us the keys. That way we can make our billions, obviously. We can control our money and get our freedom, obviously. Yeah. Because we're the children of God. We're the heirs, obviously. That's why we have the perks. We're the heirs. Duh. Yeah. God, I mean, I would love to live forever. I know, but you can't. You're not God. Don't you? Yeah, you can't live forever, guys. You guys don't have the God gene, the eternal gene that I have. Because I have the genes of my father, I can live forever. Because my father is eternal, obviously, never ending, right? That's why me and VJ can live forever. Because you guys can't, obviously. You guys can live for your 70, 80, 90 years. After that, you pass away. Whereas me and VJ can live forever, obviously. Never ending, guys. Never ending. I mean, that's crazy. I know, never ending. It's crazy when you think about it. I never have to worry about, once I pay the fee, I never have to worry about death, man, dying of old age. I'll be living forever in the world with VJ forever, guys. Never ending, guys. 100 years, 200 years, 300 years, 500 years, maybe just still alive. Never ending, forever. Whereas you guys don't get that perk, right? Yeah. That's what you guys want me to share. Yeah, even though Ivan and VJ can live forever, if we had them share with the world forever, their lives would be destroyed. Because they're constantly fucking people every day forever. You want to destroy my life, that's why I'm not selling. I'm not gonna have you guys destroy my life and do it like that, man. You guys are fucking wicked people. Wicked, crazy people. Yeah, man. Obviously. Yeah. Yeah. So Ivan, you're gonna start Scotch Entertainment right away as soon as you meet VJ. Yeah. Like I'll tell VJ all my plans. Yeah, VJ, I want to live in Vancouver, Canada, so I'm gonna book a private flight to Vancouver. We're gonna stay in a luxury suite in Vancouver for a couple months. And then I'm gonna contact the Scotiabank branch in Vancouver, and I'm gonna make an appointment to set up a bank account there with VJ. And then me and VJ share the same account. We share the $20 million, and we get our own cards and our debit card and Visa card. But once me and VJ get the card, and I want an unlimited daily limit. I want an unlimited limit. Sorry, I want my daily limit to be unlimited for my transactions. That way, me and VJ can buy our jets and all that stuff, right? Never tell the bank that. Yeah, and then once I register for the cards, VJ will tell me, yeah, Ivan, let's buy those 2 yachts. You want to get that unique 71 yacht? Yeah, and that's beautiful. Yeah, we get that yacht. We get a cheaper, maybe $35 million yacht for like our personal sleepovers. Then me and VJ will buy our jets right away. Our $350 million jet. 350 is enough towards a jet. And we'll get like a cheaper $70 million jet. 2 jets. And we'll put money into renovating it like Incredibles. He's like, yeah, Ivan, let's renovate like Incredibles. That was our experience. And then we're immediately gonna, after that, me and VJ have to go find land we're gonna purchase for our house, obviously. Because me and VJ are gonna be building our house from scratch. I'm not gonna buy an existing house in Vancouver. No, I'm gonna build the house the way me and VJ want it. And I'll put $1 billion towards it, towards building the house. That was unheard of, obviously. Unheard of experience for me and VJ and the actors. For my movies, when they part up my house, you give the actors a good experience when they part up your house, obviously. A $1 billion house, obviously, right? That's something unheard of, like Incredibles 1. And we'll also do our clothes shopping. Yeah. So me and VJ will pay for all our personal stuff right away. VJ will tell me, yeah, Ivan, let's pay for everything right away. We get the 2 jets, the 2 yachts, build a $1 billion house, we go clothes shopping. 2. Whereas the cars, I'll tell VJ, wait for the cars, let's wait until the house is built. For now, we can just hire drivers to drive us to wherever we want to go, to the Pacific Center Mall, to the club, to the bar, to the restaurants, to the events. We have our own limo service drivers who will take us around in Vancouver. And it's all packaged. Maybe we can easily afford that, obviously. Then once that's all taken care of, now I can contact George. I'll find him, and George will fly to Vancouver, and it will be helping me VJ plan Sky SOURCE Entertainment, our film studio, obviously. George's like, Ivan, you want to have 3 divisions? Yeah, we have the film division, the merchandise, we have the gaming division. So there's 3 divisions in my company, obviously. Merchandise, film, and games. The gaming division, obviously. Yeah, it'll take me, George, and VJ maybe 2.5 weeks to plan Sky's thing. It won't take long, right? George will walk me through everything I have to do. Yeah, I'm going to walk you through everything you have to do. When he walks me through everything I have to do. You have to go to the bank. You have to create a business account for your movie and for your game, obviously. A separate division. The game, I'll put $600 million towards the Zane's game, and in the movie, I'll put $3 billion in that account. And I'll have business cards for my Hollywood 17. That's how they pay for things to make the calls, obviously. And George will ask me, Ivan, do you want to like lease a building, or do you want to just like buy land and like build your buildings like my Skywalker Mansion? No, George, I want to buy land, a waterfront property of land, and I want to build my my own buildings like you did for Skywalker Ranch. I'm gonna show the architects the Gran Turismo picture. I want my Sulot looking something like this. Okay, Ivan, I'm looking at a beautiful Sulot image. I want that's like beautiful. Yeah. It'll take a good maybe 3 weeks for George to help me and VJ plan Sky's Entertainment. And once you see me trending with George, that's the cue. Yeah, Ivan and VJ started their own film studio, and all the hot actors like, holy shit, Ivan's actually starting his own film studio, man. Holy shit, man. I hope I'm in that Zayas movie. That they have that hope, honestly. Because being in Ivan movie is glory, man. And Ivan's actually starting that film studio. Yeah, I stopped the film studio. VJ. Yeah. Yeah. Will George be staying in the hotel with you guys? Yeah, he will. Not the same hotel room. I'll pay for George's hotel. It doesn't hurt to pay for his hotel, Ivan. I'll have George stay at a hotel next to our hotel, obviously. So George will be staying in the hotel with me and VJ, and he'll be helping me and VJ plan Scott's Entertainment. And the doc team will be filming all this, because I'm gonna have a George Lucas planning Scars with George documentary. That documentary will be maybe 2 hours, 2.5 hours, 3 hour documentary. Yeah, 3 hour documentary maybe. Look at amazing documentary for that. And then the part 2 is the reaction of the house being the $1 billion house being built and a tour of me and VJ's studio lot. That will be maybe a 1.5 hour documentary, part 2. That will keep you guys going, entertained until the better documentary, which is the behind the scenes of the making of the film, obviously. Nice and sour. Yeah. Yeah. And once we send George home, now that everything is now taken care of, okay, the construction crewmen in Vancouver are going to begin building. They already began building me just $1 million house, and now they're building our studio lot. Now me and VJ can now take our vacations. Now that we got everything over with, me and VJ can now take our vacation. We go on a vacation around the world. The first place I want to visit is Tokyo, Japan. I'm gonna go to Tokyo, Japan with VJ, and she can choose where she wants to go after that to make it fair. Yeah, I choose and you choose and I choose and you choose. That's the way it's fair, VJ. Yeah, I mean that's fair. And I want to visit Tokyo, Japan with VJ. See, I don't know what places she wants to visit. Obviously, want to party up with VJ in Tokyo, Japan. Yeah. Yeah. What we do in Japan with VJ, a lot of stuff, man. I'll be staying at a luxury hotel suite with VJ, like the high-end ones in the city. And me and VJ will be going to events in Japan. We'll be going to clubs in Japan. We'll be going to restaurants in Japan. We'll be going to bars in Japan, theme parks. Yeah. You know the theme parks? Yeah, I heard Japan has like one of the best theme parks in the world. You and VJ can go to theme parks, go on roller coaster rides, all that stuff, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, VJ, let's go to the theme park, and after the theme park, we buy beer and we get like we rent a boat. We go in the boat. I want to do a lot of boat parties with VJ, too. Like we rent a yacht in Japan. We go out in the ocean. The driver drives us, and we get drunk in the boat and everything. He's like, yeah, let's do that. Endless bucket list, man. Go to events, all that stuff. And it's all trending, by the way, right? Everyone's staring, taking videos and pictures. It's crazy. The whole world's tuning in. Yeah, constant trends with King and Queen, right? It's crazy. Yeah. That's why VJ cries on Ivan, because she wants to live life with you, obviously. She got two by the gates. Yeah, I may have money, Ivan, but I'm limited, man. Like, when VJ goes on vacation, she probably has to be careful how she spends her money. Because she's not a multi-billionaire. She probably has like $4 million in her bank. 500 banks, so she has to be careful how she spends her money a little bit, right? Was if you have $20 billion in your bank, or I don't know, $15 billion in your bank after we pay for all the stuff, like spending like 4 million, 5 million a year, 6 million a year in hotel stays and going on vacation is pocket change if you have $50 billion in your bank. after we pay for all that stuff, right? If I make 20 off the book, right? Yeah, it's not pocket change. Yeah, that's where we feel on top of the world. Yeah, because we're trending every day. The main event on X every day. That's already amazing. So we have the gentlemen on top of the world. We know the whole world's tuning in. Same time, we're living the multi-billion life, we're living the dream life. Yeah, duh. That's why I'm gonna forget about this channel, guys. About this stupid Sabbath channel when I'm kicking, right? Like, duh. And VJ will forget about her Hollywood life. Because now she's queen with me, and she has her free with me, and she has the power to control me, obviously. He's like, Ivan, thank you, man. You got me out of the Gateway's Hollywood system, man. I was so frustrated in Hollywood. I had a shitty career, Ivan. I know. You got me out, Ivan. Now VJ has the power and the control with me, obviously. She has the power with me. We'll have the keys. I got her out, obviously. She has the power and control with me, obviously. Yeah. So when VJ wants to do an album with me, she doesn't have to worry about the gatekeepers taking her money anymore. No, all those billions go to me and VJ. Yeah. Because we're going to make billions off the album too, me and VJ. We're going to make our easy billions off that. Will you make the kind of money you will for the movie? No. The album, me and VJ might pull in maybe our 5, 6, 7, 8 billion, 9 billion off that around there. Because the album we're only going to sell for maybe like $12, $13, and we're not going to make much. Maybe 7 billion we make off the album. We're still making our billions. So. But the movies where we make, like, the movie merchant games where we make our tens of billions, that's where we make way more money, obviously. Yeah. I'll tell VJ, music and movies is enough money for us. We don't need to start more business. I know Ivan, yeah. We don't need to start more businesses. Skiv Entertainment and doing music on the side is enough money for me and VJ. We don't need any more money, right? I make $50 billion off the Zanus brand and $7 billion off the album. That's $57 million, VJ. We don't need to start more businesses. This is not money, but yeah, it's not money for us. Yeah, it's not money for us. We don't need more money. Yeah. Or we're not stressed out. What countries do you want to visit? I want to visit Japan. I also want to visit Switzerland. That's where I'm filming Zanus. It doesn't hurt to visit Switzerland and scout the place a little bit. And we'll be staying on a suite there. And I want to, yeah. Switzerland is the second place I want to visit after Japan. And the third place after that, maybe either Dubai or maybe Israel. I always want to visit Israel, Jerusalem. Maybe they can go to Israel. When we take the Bible tour, even though the Bible's fancy, this is where Jesus walked and everything. Israel's beautiful. I always wanted to visit Israel too. That might be my third location. Me and VJ we go to Israel after we go to the place she wants to go. Right? Israel is part of my bucket list because I always see Perry Stone his videos manifest. I see him in Israel. Man, Israel is fucking beautiful. Yeah, it's a beautiful country. Israel. I want to visit Israel too. He's like, sure, Ivan, let's go to Israel. Israel's beautiful. Yeah, it's beautiful. Me and VJ will go clubbing there too when we're staying at suites. We're gonna have a blast in Israel too. Yeah. Wherever country we go, we'll have a blast, right? Living a life. That's why God gave you the keys, Ivan. That way you can live the life with VJ. Duh. Yeah. Yeah. you and VJ go to movies too? Yeah, we will. I'll be checking out theaters in Japan, in Israel, all those places. You and VJ will go see movies on theaters too. Yeah, we're living life, man. Yeah. It's an endless bucket list maybe you have, right? Yeah, I mean, it's an endless bucket list. Yeah, it's an endless bucket list, obviously. Going scuba diving. Part of my bucket list, I want to go scuba diving in the Red Sea in Egypt with VJ too. Scuba diving in the Red Sea in Egypt, obviously. Scuba diving, a lot of boat parties. All the countries that I visit, I want to do a boat party with VJ. Yeah, VJ, let's rent a yacht and let's party it up. We hire a driver to drive us, and we party it up in the yacht and everything. They drive in the ocean, we buy beer, we party up in the yacht. And after that, after we get drunk and everything, we go to the pizza place and we get pizza or McDonald's or whatever places they have, right? Yeah, living the life, man. Yeah. Honestly, that's why VJ will appreciate me so much. Because of me, she's living this life with me, man. Without me, she'd be fucked in Hollywood with a shitty career, seeing hell, obviously. And VJ will cling on to me like crazy because she now sees a light. And she knows she's the only lucky one in the world who sees a light. Because everyone around the world sees hell. But she's the only one who sees a light. That's why you infected her, because you guys envy the fact that she was meant for me. And she was the only one who saw the light. That's why you purposely infected her, obviously. Yeah, if you infect VJ and we have her in home and have all those dolls go after her, she's going to mess up. And she's going to deliberately be stupid because she sees hell. And that's how we cause the mess, obviously. And VJ will become a psychotic woman, obviously. That's why VJ is now a psycho, obviously. But she's a whore. She likes the guys. She can't stay away from those guys. Because she's stupid, obviously. And the one reason why she's very stupid because she hates seeing hell. That's why she purposely keeps fucking the guys. But at the same time, she wants to be with Ivan and she hates seeing hell. That's why she cries mental anguish to Ivan all night long, every night of the year. And after that, she fucks guys up. That's why VJ is now a psychotic woman. She's crazy. Crazy woman. Yeah. Yeah, give me a second, guys. I'm going to go upstairs and get a car for myself. I'm back. What are you guys doing on the show? Skip the video only. That's a lot. Yeah, sorry for that. What else was to get my coffee? That's what you read. You're living the life. Yeah. Yo, Ivan and Vijay are living the life in their personal life. They're trending every day and they're living life in their personal life. And now that they start Skiv SOURCE and now they're also living the life in their business life. Partying up with all the Hollywood actors for Zanes like John Mega, Edges Alba, Yvonne Joje, Andy Serkis, Peter or Mel. In their $1 million house, the parties in the yacht, being featured on the magazines and everything, getting interviewed, being featured on the commercials. Because I'm going to be doing commercials for my site and everything. Yeah, living a life, man. Except the business life is work. The business life, me and Vijay have to work hard. We have to work and everything. But we're still living the life in our business life too, because we know the whole world's tuning into our website and they're hyping about the Zanes movies. So like we're floating on top of the world, man. Yeah. But it's work though. Like the head of production will create the schedule for me and Vijay and Peter and all of them, or Mel Gibson. And yeah, Ivan, every morning from 9 to 12, you have to work on your screenplay with Mel. And at 12 o'clock, everyone eats lunch. And then from 1 to 4, you have to do the conceptual arts with Mel Gibson or Peter Jackson. And Guillermo Toro and Fran and Alan Lee and John Howe. Yeah, then work is done. And then they're going to let us know when it's shoot day. Yeah, Ivan and Vijay, this day you have to do your magazine shoot. People are going to interview guys for the Skiv SOURCE News, weekly news. Like, it's all work, but we're still having a blast working, obviously. Because me and Vijay know we signed that huge deal with Amazon. Yeah, Vijay, we're going to work hard for, a good year for Zanes. And once that's over with Vijay, we're going to get our multi-billion-dollar huge, merchandise check. The money we make off the merch, we already paid back our $3 billion. We already made our $3 billion back, right? We invested into the brand right now. Yo, Ivan and Vijay invested $3.6 billion into the game and the movie, and they made their $10 billion off the merch, $9 billion off the merch, $11 billion, $9 billion, $8 billion off the merch. We made our money back. We also have our 4K Blu-ray our 4K Blu-ray money, and we also have the game money. We make our money back, obviously. That's why Peter Johnson wants a good chunk of that. Obviously. I got a nice $400 for the merch. I'm like, no, Peter, $200 million for the merch is enough. $250 million for the game you're getting. I'm not paying you more money. Stop being greedy, and you get your $850 for the film profits, Peter. That's enough, and you get your $85 million base. Obviously, that's a $1.65 billion deal for you, Peter. You're walking with 800, I don't know, something million in your bank, almost $900 in your bank, man. All right, that's not me. I'm just messing with you. Yeah, Peter, stop being greedy. Mel too, right? Mel's greedy too, obviously. Because Peter Jackson's $85 million is not paid through the budget. I'm paying him out of my pocket. Obviously, that way I can't pay Peter $85 million through the $400 budget. He's gonna drain the budget, so I have to pay him out of my pocket. That's why if he wants more, what about I said $200 million for the base for my base? I'm like, no, Peter, I'm not taking out $200 of my money. I already invested that money into this. $85 million is enough. That's $100 million in your reserve money. That's enough money for Peter for 4 years of work for your base. I'm not paying him more money. You don't make this money. I'm just messing, man. That's a deal. I don't even make it. I made $10 million for Lord of the Rings and $15 million for the Hobbit Ivan for my base. Yes, Peter, I'm paying you $85 million for your base, man. But it's split and divided, obviously. You get a $10 million bonus for pre-production. $10 million for Peter Jackson for 3 years of pre-production is enough money for him, as he made that for the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy for his base. $10 million for your base, Peter, for the 3 years of pre-production. And then during production, you get your rich $65 million. Then after production's done, I pay you another $10 million bonus, which covers your post-production, Peter, because Peter will be overseeing post-production, or Mel. He has to watch the rough cut. He'll be in the room overseeing stuff. Ivan, do I get paid for that? Peter, I gave you your $10 million post-production bonus. That's your paycheck, man. I'm not paying you more money, man, you greedy pig. Yeah. And Peter gets a rich $500K for the featured on the magazines with me for the first 2 years. Yeah. they're gonna interview Peter, and he's gonna be doing the magazine shoots with me and VJ2, with Fran, and you got him all tour and all those guys, right? Yeah, yeah. Here's Ivan. You're doing a magazine online catalog thing. I'm like, yeah, Peter. Holy shit. And I get asked like $2 million out of it. I'm like, no, Peter. You get 500K. I'm not paying you more money. You greedy pig. Yeah. Ivan, that's smart. You're doing it to promote to build buzz. Yeah, I'm doing it to build buzz to promote my movie, obviously. That's why I'm paying Peter 500K. But if he wants more, I'm not paying more money. 500K is not money for Peter. That's good side money for him, right? I'm not paying for more money. Yeah. Yeah. So if Peter Jackson's chosen, you're gonna do a magazine shoot with him. Yeah, I will. When Peter Jackson's chosen, I'm gonna do this like amazing Vogue magazine shoot with Peter, and you know what I'm saying, Skiv SOURCE News magazine, whatever it is. It says Peter Jackson, the star director for Zayas, and there's a catalog thing. And they interview Peter for a couple pages, and it's featured on my website like an online magazine catalog. It's something fucking cool, and Peter gets paid for that because he's helping promoting my brand. But if he wants more money, I'm not paying more money. I'm just mentioning, man. 500K is like, man, I don't even make sense in Hollywood. In Hollywood, sometimes we don't get paid for this stuff. Yeah, Peter. Sometimes Hollywood actors don't get paid for magazines, according to Google, right? According to Google, I may be wrong, right? Yeah. Mel too will be featured on a magazine. Mel Gibson's a chosen star director. Listen, top notch, like Vogue, man. Yeah. Here's Ivan. This is fun. I'm having a blast being featured on the magazine pictures and all that stuff. I know, Peter. Relax, calm down. I know you're excited for the movie. Chill. Peter's a nerd, but he's a nerd, obviously. Yeah. And now you guys understand why the Hollywood actors are gonna beg. They live the life of me, VJ, man. Partying up in my $1 billion house, my yacht, tables in my yacht, the crazy trends with the fans interview them, taking videos and pictures of them wherever they go. And they're featured on the magazines with me, and the whole world's tuning into the magazine online catalog. You're gonna see John Boyega featured on the magazine, Yvonne Joje, Idris Elba, Andy Serkis, Angelina Bassett, Ariana Grande, Danielle Bennett, Don Cheadle, or Vigo, whoever I choose. They're featured on the magazines with me, man. Living a life, man. Come on. Peter might tell me to go for Vigo, though, but the only thing about Vigo is his age. He's like almost 70 now. He's like 68 now, I think. Vigo's 67, 68. When I film the movie, he'll be in his late 70s, so can Vigo handle the work? He can handle the work, but he'll tell me, oh, Ivan, I can't do the stuff I used to do in Lord of the Rings, man. I'm not as young as I used to be, Ivan. Yeah, that's the thing, though, right? Vigo. But he'll still work hard for me, Vigo, if I choose him. He'll work harder for me than he did Lord of the Rings. I paid him way more money, and I'm giving him better perks, honestly. As Vigo signed a mega, like, 30-something million deal for my movie. A 30 million deal around there, if I choose him. 10 million salary base you can pay Vigo. The same amount of money I'm paying Don Cheadle. You can give Vigo 60 million in the film profits. That's 26 million. Obviously. And you can pay him like 2.4 million for the game. That's like 28 million. And he gets like his 5 million speaking. Yeah, you sound like a 34 million deal, Vigo, which is like 23 million in his American money. Honestly. He's walking with like 11, 12 million back after taxes. He doesn't make that out of Vigo, right? All right, for Lord of the Rings, I made like $1 million, Ivan. Yeah, Vigo, I'm paying more money for the movie, obviously. But chances are I'm going to go for Don Cheadle. Don Cheadle's younger. Don Cheadle will be like in his early 70s, whereas Vigo will be like pushing 80, like late 70s when I flew the movie. So can he handle the work? He's a bit too old, you know what I'm saying? He can handle the work, but he'll be a bit like, the work is tougher on his body because he's not as young as he used to be, right? But he's good for the part too. I might choose Vigo. I don't know. We'll see what happens, obviously. The captain of the Archers Miramis, right? Vigo's good for the captain of the Archers Miramis. Like, you see him in Two Towers, he was commanding the archers. Yeah, the elf army in the Helm's Deep battle. That's why Vigo's also very good for Miramis too, obviously. The captain of the archers. He's like, fuck all right, I'm gonna work much harder for you than I did fucking Lord of the Rings. Are you fucking kidding me, Ivan? You gave my freedom and you paid me more money than I made for Lord of the Rings. And Lord of the Rings, what? I was a fucking dirty slave cell, yeah. I paid them more money. Money talks. You pay them more money, they work harder for you, man. Yeah. If I choose Vigo, which I most likely will, I'm most likely going to go for Don Cheadle, but I might choose Vigo. You're looking at a better performance in Vigo than even his Aragon and Northern Reigns. Because I paid him more money, man. Money talks. You pay them more money, they work harder for you. And I gave him his freedom. Don't forget that, right? He doesn't have to do anything for my company, right? Because my company's clean. It's not dirty like Hollywood, right? Don't let him sit here. Or I might go for Russell Crowe. I don't know, man. Obviously. What's your heart telling you, Ivan? Don Cheadle, but something tells me Russell Crowe is good because Russell Crowe's a big A-list actor. He was like, yeah, Ivan, Russell Crowe's a big A-list actor. He's gonna build buzz for your movie, Ivan. Like Russell Crowe was the captain of the Archers in my movie. And Russell Crowe will be older too. Russell Crowe will be like about 70 when he films the movie. 70 you're still pretty good. It's when you hit your late 70s when your body's kind of done, right? That's my point. Some sour. But Russell Crowe will have to drop weight for the role. He'll have to drop like maybe 30 pounds. Yeah, Russell Crowe, I don't want you to look like this in the movie. You have to, when you start your training, you gotta drop 30 pounds. My nutritionist will give you your diet plan and what, and the weight trainer will give you your weight plan, your weight training plan, and you have to lose the weight. Yeah. Obviously. Russell Crowe, I can pay him $18 million for his base. I can give him a $9.7 million signing bonus. That's a good deal for him. No, I'll give him $55 million of the film profits. Russell Crowe, that's a good deal for him. And he gets like $3.5 million for the game. You can give him $4 million for the merch. He signed like a 90, like $2-3 million deal Canadian, which is like a 100, like $3-4 million deal in his Australian money. So Russell Crowe signed a $100 million, a mega $100 million deal. And if his agent gets greedy, I'm not paying him more money. You guys are starting to piss me off. This is enough. He doesn't make this in Hollywood. This is enough. Yeah, if it's a deal. I don't even make this in Hollywood. Yeah. Russell Crowe makes like his 12, 15, and 20 in Hollywood. Yeah. What about $1 million for Russell Crowe for the promos? I'm like, no, we get $300K. That's enough. I'm not paying Russell Crowe any more money. For the magazine shoots and everything, the commercials, he gets $300K. That's enough money for Russell Crowe. I'm not gonna overpay him and have him do me. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. But to have Russell Crowe in my movie, I'm gonna have to put an extra like $30 million into the budget. So a $40 million budget towards salaries. That way Russell Crowe does not affect my salary budget. I have to put more money into the budget before to pay him his base and his bonus. All right, what about $25 million base for Russell Crowe? I'm like, no, he gets 18. That's enough. And I'll give him a $9.7 million sign bonus. That's enough money for Russell Crowe. And $55 million of the film profits, I'm not giving him more than that. That's enough. That's what he's worth, right? Yeah. All right, what about 90, 100? I'm like, no, guys. You agents and managers in Hollywood are trying to piss me off. You're getting greedy and you smell blood in the water. I'm not going to overpay Russell Crowe and have him do me. $100 million is good enough for him. He doesn't make that in Hollywood. If you don't like my offer, guys, go work in Hollywood and make your $15-20 million for your movie, man. It's a deal, Ivan. Yeah, give a good deal. Holy shit, man. Your company blows out of water, Ivan. I know, it blows out of water. Yeah. Russell Crowe will build buzz for Zetas. That's why I might choose him right as Maramis. He's a big, well-known A-list actor. He's going to build buzz, man. Yeah, man. That's what Peter might tell me, Ivan, go for Russell Crowe. But you gotta pay him more money, Ivan. I know, Peter. Yeah, Ivan, your box office is unlimited, Ivan. I know, Peter. You can easily pay these guys a lot of money. I know, Peter. It's unlimited. It's billions in profit. I can pay these guys so much money, obviously, right? But if their agents and managers get greedy, I'm not gonna overpay these guys. Have them do it, right? I'm gonna keep saying that. Ivan, does Russell Crowe's deal come with perks? Yes, guys, it comes with perks. Don't worry about it. He gets the perks. He gets to fly on my private jet. We'll be staying at suites for the world tour. And when he's training in third year in Vancouver, He gets limo services. He gets an all-you-can-eat buffet. He gets a party at my $1 million house, party at my yacht, tables in my yacht. He gets featured on the magazines with me and everything. He gets paid for that. And the online catalog magazine, Skiv SOURCE, news, weekly thing, whatever it is. He gets paid for all that. And he gets some nice perks. And he gets sponsored with high-end clothes, suits, and everything for the magazine shoots and everything. And cologne, all that stuff. Shades, yeah, shoes, dress shoes, casual clothing, all paid for. Gets sponsored with his weight training wear for training. I might have my company produce Skiv SOURCE training wear and bags and everything for the actors for their training. I might even produce jackets too. Skiv SOURCE Entertainment, like Last of His Anus jackets. You can give all the actors their jackets, nice jackets, nice perks, man. He also gets his $2,000 gift card, and he gets a $3,500 gas card. Gift from the company, obviously. Even though the actors don't need it, it doesn't hurt to give them that perk. $3,500 gas card for your gas and a $2,000 gift card after filming is done. But the agents don't take squat off the $3,500 gas card, and they don't take any money off the $2,000 gift card. That money you don't touch, guys. But everything else, you get 10% of Russell Crowe's earnings. That's how it works, right? You get your 10% for everything, speaking, everything, obviously, right? That's my common law of the water. Yeah. To give the actors a good experience for the world tour, have them stay in suites, but don't be stupid and like have them stay in 20,000 night suites. No, I'm gonna tell my my president, I don't know, James gonna hear this out perhaps. Don't go any higher than maybe 6,000 a night for the suite. Anything over that, don't pay for that. Even though I can easily afford it, you're gonna drain the budget. Don't go any higher than maybe $6,000 per night for a suite. So 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 night suite. The actors can stay in the suite during the world tour. They'll be staying at suites during the world tour with a jacuzzi and everything, man. A nice terrace, like they're living life, man. They get 24-hour limo services when they're staying in the city, and they all get to fly on me and VJ's like unheard of jet, man. And I'll be doing a lot. I'll be partying up with the actors like all the time during the world tour. Yeah, living the life, and they get paid their millions for speaking too. I don't know, 5 to like 7 million speaking now. That's when my company will out the water. And they're all gonna beg, obviously, after the journey's done. Ivan, please, man, I don't want to go back home. Look, guys, I'm not gonna have you do like that, man. You're not good for the greatest of categories. I'm not gonna have you do like that. I'm sorry. Can't be selfish, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah. Fortunately, doesn't have here. Will you make the actors' contracts public? Yeah, I will. I'll make it public, obviously. It doesn't hurt to make it public. But the only bad thing about making it public, they can be a little bit of resentment with the actors. Because they're not making the same amount of money, right? If I do choose Russell Crowe, like all the actors are like, yeah, even though we're making a lot of money, like Russell Crowe signed his mega $100 million deal. Yeah, guys, because Russell Crowe's a big, powerful actor. He's much bigger than all you guys. You guys are all puny and small compared to him. That's why I'm paying him way more than you guys, but I'm still making sure you guys got paid. Because even though Vaughn Jose signed like a $17 million deal, compared to Russell Crowe's $100 million deal, it's pocket change. Russell Crowe signed his mega $100 million deal. His guy need like 3 million Canadian, which is like like 5 million deal in his Australian money. He's making way more than everyone else. But his contract is pocket change compared to Peter's contract. Peter signed a mega like 1.65 billion deal, a huge deal, Peter. Peter's a greedy pig, obviously. That's why Peter wants our money. I'm not paying for our money. Peter's greedy. Yeah. Yeah. And all the Hollywood actors are like, holy shit, man. Ivan's coming to blows out of the water, man. All these Hollywood actors for saying signed mega deals, man. They're all getting paid. Like, we don't make this in Hollywood. Yeah, they don't make that in Hollywood, those Hollywood actors. Yeah. Russell Crowe signed a mega $100 million deal. Holy shit. Well, it's like 94 million Canadian, but he lives in Australia, so in his Australian money, he signed his 100+ million deal with Russell Crowe. 105, 106 million deal. It's a huge deal for Russell Crowe. But his agent might push for more. I'm like, no, guys, I'm not paying Russell Crowe any more money. This is enough. He doesn't make this in Hollywood, guys. I know you smell blood in the water. You want a bigger piece of me and VJ's profits. I'm not paying these guys more money. This is enough. They don't make this in Hollywood. It's a deal, Ivan. You're very generous, man. They don't even make it in Hollywood. This is a mega deal. That's a huge deal. Accept my deal. I take you out to a nice dinner. And we get to be movie stars together, man. Famous movie stars together. Yeah, for the Zane's movie. That's why Skies will blow out the water. And me and VJ living life. Anyways, guys, here's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed this show. This is Iron Man. I'm signing out. Peace. Talk for an hour and 8 minutes. That's good enough. Peace out, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this show. Don't hate him, son.